Well, I came here as a typical expat businessman, and I could see that that there's a great discrepancy between the rich and the poor in Hong Kong. And I just happened to be working for Chuck Feeney, and Chuck Feeney was a very brilliant businessman and also became a philanthropist of the highest magnitude. He gave away basically all of his money. And he started a program in San Francisco called Summerbridge, and that was in 1978, 14 years before we began in 1992. And so it was obvious to me that Summerbridge worked in the US, that it would work here in Hong Kong. And he agreed to put up the money.
Happy birthday, Summerbridge Hong Kong, and congratulations on 25 years of service, enhancing the lives of all the students who walked through your doors, both as young scholars and as young teachers. In many ways, Hong Kong replicates the dreams we had when we started the first Summerbridge program over 41 years ago, and why 13 years later we wanted to replicate it in other cities. Shirley Mann, you have been director and executive director of Summerbridge Hong Kong for 18 years, surpassing my 13 years. I can't believe it. You make your program soar, you make it sing. You have enthusiasm and love for your students and for your staff. I know that you love your job just as much as I love my job. Your program is unusually strong, and it's driven by Shirley, her staff, and a board that has strong ties to the past. Randy Stevens, you're still on the board, and 26 years ago, you helped enormously making Summerbridge Hong Kong a reality. You are a program of opportunity and challenges, and your students benefit and will become amazing leaders of tomorrow, and so many of them are leaders for today. Thank you for all that you do, and listen, in 5 years, when I'm over 80, I hope to be there in person and celebrate with you.
What I did was approach a couple of international schools, and then I heard about this enlightened gentleman who was the headmaster of Island School. I approached David, and he said, "I got a great idea." He said, "I am very close and friendly with a gentleman called Chung Yak Sing, who was the headmaster of Pui Q. He would be able to find the kids," and that's how it worked out.
Let's all celebrate and have a good time. Celebration. We're gonna celebrate and have a good time. It's time to come together. It's up to you. What's your pleasure? Everyone around the world, come on. Yeah. It's your celebration.
When I think of my Summerbridge experience, I am overcome with emotions. Everyone involved was so dedicated, so committed. What would I say about Summerbridge Hong Kong? I would say that Summerbridge gives you skills that will help you be successful in life. I could say that since I know firsthand that the skills I learned in Summerbridge I have with me to this day, the relationships, the hard work for a cause we believe in, and the joy.
I still remember those summer days so clearly at Island School. The energy, the enthusiasm of the students, and the great teaching skills of the teachers here, both locally from Hong Kong and from overseas as well. I was asked, why have I been involved with this program for so long? If I were to summarize it in a sentence, it's that Summerbridge is about dreams, that anybody, regardless of their background, should be able to pursue their dreams.
I miss Summerbridge. It was such a great experience, and I always remember the things I learned there and keep my special ID card that I got from KG5 2001 with me, which tells me to speak English all the time, be a leader, learn something new every day, and always try my best. That's something I always try to do, and I hope everyone out there will continue to try to do that too. But there's one other thing I learned from Summerbridge that I really miss getting to do.
Ready for it?
It's called the banana cheer. Banana
Unite!
No.
Peel bananas! Peel bananas! Go! Bananas! Go bananas!
What do you need to be a staff member at Summerbridge? You need to be a little crazy. You need to be a little crazy to take such big risks. You need to be a little crazy to take on what is a massive amount of leadership in such a short amount of time. I think that is something, if you have anywhere in life, you're going to be successful. I remember the first time I met Shirley and deciding that it didn't matter what I was going to do, but I was going to have her work for Summerbridge. I've started my own school, and we do all school meetings. There's just something, that spark that you only get at an all school meeting when everyone is paying attention to the same thing, and that's just enjoying being where you're at. There's a lot at my school, actually, that is Summerbridge.
I think it's the greatest educational charity that I've ever seen. And for me, the key is the kids teaching kids. So the result is the bonding that comes from that interaction. Personally, I had a daughter who was a teacher in the program for 2 years. She was just a typical expat kid, and 2 years teaching Summerbridge changed her life completely.
Let's all celebrate and have a good time.
Hi, Summerbridge! Well, it's been 25 years. We're still going strong. So remember in 1992, we had one site serving 22 students and 8 teachers. And now we have 3 sites serving 330 students and 120 student teachers. What a milestone. So one thing I really love about Summerbridge is the power of giving back, the power of paying it forward. Just like Eddie and Kathy. So they were our teacher in our program when they were in college, but now they're working here full time.
What struck me about Summerbridge was how positive and supportive the environment was, which was really different from anything else I'd seen. So that really inspired me to come back to really sustain this program, this mission in this city and for the future.
I came back because I thought it was the best decision I can make to give back to the place that actually changed my life. It completely changed my career direction, and it was the place that inspired me to be an educator. And so that's why I'm here.
Celebrate good times, come on.
We just want to serve more students and also teachers and provide them with space where they feel loved, empowered, they can hear from each other, their voice matter, and also where they can dream, very, very important. And also a place they can actually learn to lead and later on pay it forward and be a leader in their own community.
Thank you for being here! Bananas Unite!
Celebration. We're gonna celebrate and have a